Hi everyone, you're watching Jan FX, and in this video I'm going to make a new technical analysis for a coming week, and I will tell you again where I am, what I will be looking for next week, and a little bit of results for the previous 2 months, as I promised you to show the results of my trades at the end of every month, but I've forgotten to make it for May, and now it's beginning of July, and I will show you the results for 2 months, May and June. So right now you see this is my small account. It's the $1,000 I started to trade manually, and where I'm using my little expert advisor to just help me to place some trades, and which closes half positions and usually places the trading stops. And so I'm trading it mostly manually, and also I'll show you another account which is fully automated, what results on the other account. So at this you can see it's the 2nd of May. And here is my trades. I had a few losing trades, and here we are, all the trades, so going down now, so you see all the trades, and you see my profit is 3,733, and which was quite good results for these 2 months, as you know, because the account grows. So of course I'm increasing the lot sizes. So I started with very small lot size is 0.01, 0.02, and now I'm getting to the size is 0.2 or sometimes even 0.6 up to, but no more. I'm not trading lots on these accounts, like the full one lot. No, I don't. So it's still under one lot. And here is the result. You can see at this moment, no, everything's closed, nothing's floating. That's how I usually like to trade this manual account. I don't really like to leave anything floating. You can see the equity is 6,795. So this is my total result for all these months. So where I started, I think in September, this account, and here we are now. So so the total balance, total profit would be about 5,000, so because I placed 1,000, so about 5,700. So, and now I'm going to show you my second account, which is fully automated. You can see it right now. This is the trades. It's floating with minus 561. And if you would look at the equity, it's 1,123. So that means with all the floating losses, if I close them all right now, I would end up with 1,123. So as I placed also $1,000 I started with, so profit is about 123. So, well, we still have a few months because I really want to see the results at the end of the year, and which will be September, where I started it, right? September, or maybe October. Well, that's what was all the point. If this is fully automated, I don't touch it at all, but with all what the market changes, how the trends are changing, because you see here the most of my trades is pound dollar, euro dollar, and dollar CAD, and because pound dollar and euro dollar turned around and going up, so that's why I have quite big floating right now. When they were all going down, I had of course a bit better results. So that's what I'm saying. All the point was with this expert advisor to prove can it do actually completely fully automated without touching it, which I still believe that it would have been better results if, for example, I would still be able to close the trade. So when you know, I'm using my levels, so when I saw, for example, where I think it might change the direction, to just maybe stop trading or changing the settings. For example, instead of it was selling all the time, you can see it's all sell all the way. So maybe if the changing into, for example, buy or completely closing, it would be a bit better result. But all the point is, of course, again, to see if it will co-op with just automated trading, just not touching it at all completely. So well, at this moment it's still in profit, so it's still $123 in profit, so it's not too bad. And I guess we'll see what's going to happen next month. So this is what the results for now at this point. Okay, so now let's go back to our charts and see what I was doing this week and what I'm planning to do in new coming week. So here we start with euro dollar again. It's a 1 hour chart, and this was previous week. Remember, euro dollar was in a kind of flat consolidation range for a while, and that's what I was saying, is it's been waiting for something to continue its moving either direction. It could have go up, it could have go down. So because it was flat for that long, that's why I was expecting at any directions movement, and my main strategy is placing the orders both directions. So this is exactly what I did with euro dollar this week. So remember when we stopped around here in my previous video, previous technical analysis, I was saying to you I'll be waiting for any consolidations again, right, and placing for the trades. And I was telling you that there will be, of course, commentary, and that's what looked like the market was concentrating on. So that's exactly what happened and moved the market. So I use this consolidation, that little flat consolidation before the commentary. So I had my trades placed on Monday, as it was commentary on Monday, then commentary on Tuesday. So that's where I placed my trades. I placed sell order from that level, and I placed my buy order from that level, because on Monday it opened flat like this. So I placed it right around here because it didn't come out, and well, there was some kind of reaction which didn't break the channel, the level on Monday, but it did on Tuesday. So you see, and I did got quite well with this trade. I didn't reach, of course, right to the top. I got it to when that drop happened. So this is where I come out from the trade. So I got that movement. So it was a really nice trade. Finally, we got the euro moving, and so now it's around this area with well, with all the commentary that it's all looking good for euro. Possibly it will continue the way up. Of course, now we have, this is the very, very important level which has been here for not only days, weeks, it was for months. You see, it's starting in like from sometime 2014, 15, 16, and now we're here again 2017. So again, all depends on what the news are going to coming, and remember about all the news, about all the commentaries. It could be very interesting here. Will it break it? That's of course the main question. It's such a strong level, so it could be quite risky around that area. It probably will be trying to break it, so possibly will break it. So have to be really careful. So I can draw a little bit, let's say here, a level to see, because you can see it started to, after our big move, it started to consolidate around here. We already have few little bottoms of the channels of the candles. So what I would be looking for, of course, to see and wait for another. So we might quite possibly be some kind of consolidation like we saw it for a few weeks. So quite possibly could continue, but a little bit higher now. So again, depends on what the news are going to be, right? So will it have enough strength again to try to actually break that level and continue its way up? So for me, is to be a little bit more safe, I would probably wait. Well, it depends, as I'm saying again. So when with the opening of the market, we'll see what is going to happen around this area. So maybe possibly I would place the pending orders, sell orders, just a little bit below that level. Depends how the market opens, because it could be a gap or something else. So that's why I can't say exactly what I'm going to do, but this is the plan, possible plan for me, to look how the market was sitting around here, possibly placing the sell pending orders from that level. And I would wait. I wouldn't go, for example, that top and try to see if it will sit around like, you know, like that, right? Wouldn't do it, because it's very close to that very important level. It's only 26 pips. Yes, it might break a bit, and maybe it can't go high, as it was doing before. There are some wings out there, so that's why I would probably wait for it. If it will concentrate around this area, I would place the sell pending orders, but I would wait for it possibly to go a little bit closer to that level and see look for any consolidation around that level before I will decide to place any other orders around this area. So it would be also buy order and sell pending order. So it depends how it will treat that level? Will it still sit around that level, or would it actually go higher a little bit to the most important level? So if, for example, it would really go straight to that level and consolidate, and I definitely would place the orders around this area if it would have a consolidation just very close around this area, slightly higher, maybe a little bit lower. But at that point, it does, yes, looking still that it will maybe consolidate and continue the way up. But as I'm saying, I don't really like to risk as much, so I would wait for a little bit more confirmation for it to go, and as I'm saying, a bit closer to that level. So because my concern is that looking again, even on daily, probably weekly chart would show a bit better. You can see how market went so often, got to that level, dropped, got to the level, dropped again, bit, dropped again. So you see how many times. So it's exactly the same could happen here, because it was really sharp way up. That's why it's more, for example, yes, looking that it probably could have a moment of turning around, but at the same time we already have one bottom, second, it could be third bottom, and it could be a breaking point to actually make maybe a reverse to that movement, right? So it might possibly break it and of course go up. I'm not talking about this week exactly, so like for months, right, like it did here without any corrections. It just dropped. So yes, it could be rise of euro, but it's kind of, I don't know, still with instability with wherever we have with pound. Nothing is decided with UK, and of course, what's the economical? I believe the reports will be that probably will be influenced now again. But again, we are coming into the summer, and even I think to go actually on holiday, and maybe I would have like less trades, or maybe I wouldn't even trade. I mean, this coming week will be some news, so we'll be watching this week, but afterwards I probably would be I wouldn't be able to watch the screen all the time because of the holiday. So and I'm planning to go on holiday, so that's what I'm saying. And would be enough of strength for actually breaking this level during this months of summer months. Maybe, as I'm saying, it would be not as strong and a little bit softer, and maybe the main movements will be sometime in autumn more. But as I'm saying, it all depends on what the news are coming. I believe it's going to concentrate on news. With technical analysis, for example, right, if we technically look, that's all the good possibility to come to that level, try to break it, maybe a little bit higher around it, and then turn around, go down. So that would be more technical view. But with fundamental, with all the economic and political news, it could move in any direction. So this is my view on euro dollar. That's what I will be looking for this week. Going to pound dollar, and we see here that was previous week, remember, right? We actually had a very good drop, and market turned around. It was in our little downtrend channel, but here it moved around this area. And okay, on Monday, let's start what happened on Monday. So Monday opening, it was a bit consolidating. I had pending orders to sell from that level. I did place the pending orders because on Monday it did reach it a little bit and then slowed down around here, but I didn't place the buy orders because I was saying this is important level. I was waiting for market to come back here, and then I said I will think and decide what I'm going to do. And again, we expected some commentary, and because a good indication of euro dollar jumped on Tuesday, and usually, you know, the European currencies, they kind of getting each other. So if euro goes up, for example, pound will go also up a bit. Pound go up, it will take euro also the same way. This is usual way of market moving. So that's what I was expecting. Okay, so if euro went up, I felt like it's possible maybe it will take pound with it. And see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's created this little channel, and just before the commentary started again, I had my sell pending orders usually with that level. It's a very strong level, so I kept I moved from here, I moved my pending order to this area, and of course I also created a buy order for pound, because as I said just now, commentary, and we also had a gap here, remember the gap I was talking about. It also influenced for me to go into a trade to get a pending order. See, this the gap. I know some of you don't see, but as I'm saying, different brokers, different conditions. So I believe if through ECN brokers, you all had this gap. So because it's the market prices, what happened in the market. So I was expecting it, okay, it's getting close, we have euro already went up, we have commentary, and so I placed the pending order to buy. I didn't go all the way again. I went on its way down because it covered the gap, and I thought I would probably come out a little bit earlier just in case it might turn around, as I covered it, and possible turning around, right? So around here I thought maybe it will turn around, don't want to risk it, I have my profit, so that's all right. And so what now, it's right now it's not showing anything except, yeah, it does show it's moving up, and possibly it will get and reach that level, and at this point it's like nothing to see, right? So all I'm going to do again is here is just wait for consolidation around here. So that's it. We have, for example, if it will consolidate here, there is some distance to get. We have about 100 pips to get to that level, and at the same time, of course, quite a good, we have 100 to go back to that level, and even more 200 to go down. At this point, it could be again any directions. Before the commentary was happening right now, and this week we're going to, new coming week, we're going to have some news coming again. So we'll be also, of course, watching, concentrating on news to see again how it's consolidated. So for, let's just see what do we have a picture, how we see the picture. Could it be possible it's turning around here? Well, quite possibly, but technically it would be, of course, it could be correction already, as it's like a very good run, but at the same time it could maybe slowly, just like it was here, slowly it will reach maybe that area, and this is where it could be a possible, I would be looking maybe where it could be possible turning point, unless it will have a strength and we'll be trying to break it and go to next level, of course. Not talking about again just one next week, but looking ahead, just to thinking what to expect. So you see, at this point again, it's my usual back strategy: buy and sell orders, because at this moment I can see it can go both directions. It can go both directions, as it didn't reach the important level. Yes, it come out from a downtrend. I believe I can remove that one, so it would be a bit less on the screen. So that possibly, it could be maybe it turning around, maybe it would reach that, and maybe it will continue a little bit like that. So that's how I see it at this moment. So I'm going to leave it like that and just wait for consolidation, just to see where it's going to consolidate, because right now it's just nothing. It's just a clear uptrend, so it could possibly just continue and consolidate, or maybe it will create something around here, and then would give a possibility to place the trade. And again, just to see what the news are going to be, what the news will be coming. So that's my view on pound dollar going to Australian. I didn't go for Australian this week because I was concentrating on the other pairs, and I didn't want to risk on Australian, except as you can see, it did actually came inside the channel and went up, just as I expected, from a point of that it possibly could get into a bit flat channel. Remember what I was talking to you, telling you that when it was still here, I was saying it could be possible it will go and just create a kind of channel. That's what happens sometimes with triangles. When the pairs come out, it might not be a strong move, it just could be something slow, and is it creating a channel. So because, as I'm saying, it's summer, it might not be, well, it could be possibly jumping from the triangle. Yes, it can go, for example, if it does go from the triangle, then we would be looking for, you know, to go it like that, right? So that would be our channel, because we have the bottom level and we have a top level. That's like kind of our channel, the big channel, right? Or it's also could be a little bit low or something like that. For example, if it will come out from that area, right? So this is how the triangles will come out. But at this moment, I don't know if it will be enough energy because of the summer holiday trading. Will it be enough strength? At this moment, for going for again for just this week for smaller trades, waiting, you see, started a bit of consolidation, so possibly it will be consolidating and we have enough room. For example, if you see we have 60 pips, which like can give us a little bit profit here, and also placing the other way orders, the buy order, we also have about the same, about you see 70 pips to get to the next level. So possibly depends what's going to happen with other pairs. If it will create nice consolidation around here, I would probably will be looking to place orders both directions in here, around here. So is that in that stage where it can go either that or that area. And again, of course, if it will go to that level, waiting for consolidation around there, and also again placing pending orders, buy and sell. If it will go down here, hopefully maybe it will get back in again. It would be again for me, for example, opportunity to place buy and sell orders around this area. So that's how I would be looking at Australian dollar. Okay, going to dollar yen. Dollar yen is a little bit messy at this moment. I had a small trade on it too, as it broke that level. Remember again, it was important kind of channel, so it did come out before and come back in there. So I did, and I created quite nice channel previously, and a little bit on Monday too. So that's what I was saying to you. We had a really nice channel, but that little level could have been a stopping point. So I decided still to place the orders both directions, and because we had all these things coming on Monday, except Monday didn't really move too much. It's the main movement I made on Tuesday, and as I was watching, I did come out actually just before that level. I did come out around here because I felt it will be stopped by this. Didn't want to risk it to wait for it to break it, and I've come out here, waited for any consolidation, but it did go down. Then I just left dollar yen completely out of picture, concentrating on the other pairs. So right now you can see it's very messy, and it's not creating anything around this important level. It just sits, it just tried to break it, come back again, sits around here. So yes, it's possible it might continue go up. At the same time, it's possible it can go down, but for me it's not clear, nothing. So I wouldn't go for trades for dollar yen at this point until it creates something. There is absolutely nothing for me. It moved up, and yes, it's possible to draw something like that, but I think it's a little bit risky at that point. And depends again what's going to happen, what's the news are going to be again for, will be news for dollar. Definitely it's like what we're going to have for FOMC, non-farm again, of course. So, well, need to see again how it will prepare itself before the news. I would probably wait for that and look what's going to happen. Need to check, of course, what's going to be with Japan, any news for Japan. So yes, it's possible we have kind of, you see that little support level, and we have that resistance level. So it's possibly to maybe wait for it to break that level and break that level, and pending orders again, buy and sell. So both directions it can go, because it's not clear at this moment. Yes, it's going up, but at the same time it's not breaking, it's not going too far, not coming out from that range yet. You see, it's been for a while in this very wide channel in that range. So that's it for dollar yen. So what I'm saying again, you saw these levels I just showed you. Well, let's draw it just it would be a little bit that we have the danger of that, remember that too, which, well, kind of is probably going to be the same with those two levels here. Yeah, a little bit like that. You see, it can be what that gives is, for example, if it will break, then it could be stopped by any of these levels, right? So it could be stopping, could be turning around, so it could be small movement. So that's what I'm saying, waiting for news just to see how it will sit between these two. Maybe it will break without waiting news, but I will be waiting for consolidation and then see. Maybe it will just go straight and would ignore that level, but at that point it shows absolutely nothing at this moment. So just you have to wait. Okay, now going dollar CAD. Dollar CAD finally broke a very important level. Remember, it's a trend channel. It's been in that channel for many months. So it was 2016 and coming to 17, and finally it broke it. It had enough strength to go down. I had a small trade in here. I didn't get it all the ways because I was saying I was concentrating on the other pairs more, and that's the level I had. I drew that little level, and when it's on Monday, it did create a really nice kind of like a little channel. Went right into Tuesday, so this is where I had my pending order. I had the pending order to sell, and I also had a pending order to buy. It's not here, but I had pending order to buy by using these tops, and the pending order to sell worked, but I come out right here that I didn't watch it. I placed it on my little expert device, so it got me a trailing stop on here, and afterwards I just didn't see, it didn't create anything for me. If it would have a little consolidation, a bit better channel, then I would place another pending order to sell, but I left it as I didn't see anything happened around this area, you see, but it just continued the way without any consolidation. It just had a little bit of recovery and then it just went down. Okay, so now, and also I didn't place any trades around here because it's just very close to the next area, next level, so I just decided I wouldn't go for it at that point. And now again I have to remove that one. What I would wait for now is probably to just go down to this level. This is another important level. It's like quite strong important level, which you can see comes like from 2015. Look at that, that's the level. So and here we have, it's a bit messy, so it was breaking at one point, coming back, breaking again. So again, it's going to be a risky area. Of course it went down, so it would be looking possible for a small correction, a bit of recovery possibility, but at the same time depends on again what's going to happen, news, whatever. It can also continue the way down, so it could possibly again to be both direction pending orders, buy and sell. And but that was a really beautiful one. That's around this level, very nice breaking area. So right now, as I'm saying, I will be waiting for any consolidation. So for the best, let's say it's a very big chart, I'll go in a smaller one. I would look for, well, it's very wide, but possibly to consolidate around this area, maybe sit around here for a while, and then I would be looking treating that level, and that level is more buy and sell orders from those levels. But it's still wide. I mean, right now it's here, what we have between is about 8 pips distance here, so it's quite wide. And kind of it's important time, I guess, for dollar CAD to decide, is this broke, that it come out from that main uptrend channel. So that's why could be a bit complicated with it. See, it possibly could again, you see how it was before. That's what I'm saying. Could be, it was very messy previously, so it could be possibly messy again. Just I'm saying, we're coming into summer now. Well, if it still treats it as a downtrend, we see we had went down, had a bit of recovery down, so maybe possibly it will reach it, and I would expect possibility of just try to recover it, maybe like that again, just like I did here, little bits of recovers. So at this point there is nothing, you just need to wait for the finish of that movement. That's what I would do. Just wait for the finish of that movement, and wait for, again, for starting of a little bit of recovery, consolidation. So possibly maybe not going for trading 15-minute charts, but for a bit bigger 30 minutes or 1 hour chart, because I'm saying it's a summertime, so probably I wouldn't be waiting and sitting all day at the screen like I did previously, like in winter, autumn. So that's why, yeah, it needs just a bit longer, just to see when it starts to do something, would start to create any nice something like that, like previously did. You see, something like that. So I'll be waiting for it before I would come out with any. Well, unless of course it will go down to that channel and sit here nicely, just, well, wherever, yeah, nicely consolidation, but maybe a little bit more further there, where it's narrowing, where it's actually crossing each other. You see, to that area, possibly around this area. So something like that would be perfect. For example, I would look if it will go and sit around here, like maybe a little bit higher. So at one option, and now options I'm saying, if it might turn around, it would have a correction, a bit of correction like I did previously. So could be any of this. So that's my view with dollar CAD. Now going to euro pound. Didn't touch euro pound too, because with all of these things going on for euro and for pound this week, I was just I left it behind. Yes, let's just have a look at it. We had that level. Let's just go for our chart, it'll be better view. So I had that level, and now I can remove it as I didn't break it. You see, that's what can happen with all of this too. It could go into flat. So this is what it did. It did went into kind of flat. So there was possibility of placing the trades, for example, from that level, right? Buy order here and sell order here. So it was a possibility to do so, but it's quite wide channel, and of course placing trades something like that, you wouldn't go for like only 1 day trade. It would be for longer days trades, because you would expect a good movements. So you see it did break and went up. I have another little level here just based on the top, on the previous top. So this is where you see what would be stopping point. For example, if you would go for trade from that level, if I would go from that level, I would go to this. I would either close all the positions or trade. Well, possibly yes, I would close all the positions, wait for consolidation, and then would place pending orders buy and sell again. So you see, on the smaller chart, it probably didn't have any consolidations. Yes, you see, it's reached that level and then it's just dropped and was stopped again by this bottom level. So for this coming week, I would see is a possibility maybe to place the pending orders for euro pound again, sell pending order again. We still have kinda a bit like a double confirmation maybe, but with euro going up right now, so well, next week who knows, will it go up or not? So well, we do have kind of a little bit like that, as you can see. If I will draw something like this, maybe, yes, it was like here a little bit, possibly like this. So we do have, again, it's like it's uptrend, right? So we'd wait for correction. This looks kind of like a double top, we have kind of quite important this area, and it's kind of crossing here, so it does give a good kind of signal that it possibly could go down, right? So it could possibly go down, but you can see like previously it also was creating a very nice strong pattern as a head and shoulders, right? And yes, it did break it here. Yes, remember, it did break, but we had this level a little bit higher with previous bottoms, and it was stopped here. So you see, that's why it's not always working the way we want it to work. So not all these patterns do really work. But what do we still have? We do still have a gap here, right? We still have a gap which wasn't closed. So it's another signal gives us yes, more into that possibly is going to continue down. So it's possible to take a risk, okay, to take a risk and place the sell order here, well, a bit lower, a little bit lower, to wait for it to break that level, right? Let's say I will remove that so you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'll remove it, a bit clear picture. So it gives very good options to, yes, it could quite possibly go. We have a gap around this area on the smaller charts visible, right? For our chart, can't see it. So then it's possibility, for example, to place pending order, to sell, to close the gap somewhere around there, and then either close all the positions or place trailing stops. That's how I would look at it, possibly. A possibility, yes, could be. So well, what I'm going to do is I would see again how it will open on Monday. So possibly it will not be jump. Well, it could be gap, of course, because with that hard move on euro this week, it could be a gap, of course, and it could be gap for euro pound too. But I would probably look if it will have on Monday, let's say opening, and then on Monday, if it will have a small nice channel around here, then I would probably go for trades. I would place the pending orders. So pending order sell is definitely I'm going to place. Will I place the pending order buy? Let's just see. For example, if it will be, well, it's only about 30 pips, so kind of a little bit, again, a little bit risky. So it might still depends what is going to happen for euro. What's the news are going to be there? Need to see what is going to be. Or possibly if the market will be concentrating this week more on American news, as it was this week, it was more on European news. Maybe this week it would be more on American news, and it's quite possible it will still continue, it might break. Well, except euro pound, of course. Euro pound, it's European news and it's news for pound. Yeah, so I would probably wait for a bit of consolidation. I probably wouldn't place the buy orders in while it sits in this area. If it will go back into, let's say, in here, maybe it will be in the middle somewhere around here. Maybe it will create something flat around here. But I can see it's quite good. You see, it's a very nice flat channel. It's been for a while again. Starts right where gap was, and it was sitting in here for a while. Except you see, it had a false break. So that's why I have to be very careful. But it could be a good possibility going both ways again, going back up and going back down. Depends which news are going to be stronger for next week. Which pair is going to be stronger, euro or pound? It could possibly again sit for a week. Another week it could sit in a flat, maybe just a little bit ups and downs, maybe just sit flat. So yes, but I will have a look at it, at euro pound. I will keep an eye on it on Monday, so we'll see, and possibly place the trades for it. Okay, gold. Like you see now with gold, we had a bit more with like Fibonacci levels telling us more that that up movement could have possibly continued way up, and but again it broke the level. So you can see now again it's more still with the point of trading with breaking the levels. You're expecting one thing, but waiting for the breaking level. So that channel, you can see I didn't go for this trade as it was opening Monday, and straight away it's dropped. It had a really nice drop. So as I'm saying, for a bit more risky, it could have been just a pending order here and just wait any time. It's like did once it's broke. Well, here it did have a little bit of it reached it, but didn't continue the way down. But here had a very good break, but I didn't go for it as I was waiting if it would go for Monday, and on Tuesday I would have definitely placed the orders. But as I was saying to you, both directions again, as it's in the middle between these two areas. Remember I was saying to you about these two areas. That's channel, that level and that level. And but I had a trade when it's went up a little bit again, didn't reach this level, so it didn't jump inside. So then I decided to place a pending order to sell using that level. So now it worked out, so I'm going to remove it. And I got this move and I got out around this area. Why? Because I was using these bottoms. So this is where the bottoms were, and this is where I come out from the trade. So just in time before it turned around, except it's continued the way down again. So what right now again we see it's back around this new level. So let's I drew a new level. Again it could be movements in any directions. So yes, at one better view right here, so it's possible it will continue, right? Continue the way down to this level and maybe possibly even try to break it. So because we had few times it's already been here, so it could be time finally to break, continue the way down. At the same time, we're saying when we looked at the Fibonacci levels, it still could be a turning around, because this is around what, level 78 or something, or 61, so it could turn around. Maybe had enough of the correction, right? So because of that, of the possibilities of going up and down, I would have looked for placing the trades both directions. Here we have a bit better level for sell, pending order to sell, but we have to be very careful with these wings. You can see these wings. This is what can happen. It could go to that again and could be stopped and could maybe sit around here, right around this area. So that area. So it quite possibly can do something like that. So that's why I need to be careful. And so yes, it could possibly on Monday again do the same as it did before. Something like that, it continued the way down. But for me again, for better, I would wait for consolidation again, open Monday and consolidate here. And of course, don't forget there will be news for American dollar this week, very important news, and gold is reacting quite well on the news. Well, usually, but as you know, don't forget, could be reaction, could not be reaction. So for me, I probably would wait for gold to prepare for those news, for those big news for American dollar. So that's why I probably, yes, maybe on Mondays I'm saying it could possibly break because the news will be at the end of the week, so not on Monday. So that's why yes, it could continue, but I will wait for consolidation. So I'll wait for consolidation for preparing for the news. That's how I'm going to look at gold, and I possibly maybe will go for trade. Okay, pound yen. Pound yen, of course, with all those news happened, also had a good jump, and now I can possibly remove, let's see, just remove that channel as it come out from it right here. But let's see what the possible trades you could have. Let's say, for example, if I would be trading it, what I would be looking for. So it was around here, remember, right, on Monday. It's actually had a good Monday and Tuesday, so this could be a one trade, right, as its channel, and channel for a reason. So it did create channel and had a good 100 pips up to the next level. So that was a good opportunity to place the trades, to place buy pending order, and also, for example, if thinking maybe it would have turning around, so it could have been placing a sell pending order. Well, except if, for example, you would go for something like that. Well, depends how many pips you would have keep from the, well, it's not that many, so it probably wouldn't get you. Depends how you draw the level, but no, I probably wouldn't. Yeah, because we have a channel here. We had like a little channel up and here, so you would have used some of the bottoms like this, for example, to place for a sell order if you would pending sell order, right? So, and here was another opportunity to place the orders to, again, both directions. One would be for sell, one would be for buy. Again, before the news, before the commentary, whatever, 130 something. Yeah, you see 130. So you would use that, possibly using the top of it, top of these candles, and maybe the bottoms of here, a little bit here maybe, before the news coming. So you wouldn't get that. That's why before the news, you know, if the news are coming, just wait before the news. A few minutes before it, so you wouldn't get, for example, this if you would place both directions orders. So, and that's how you could have get that movement, at least that movement around here. Yeah, it's broken here. So, for example, if I would be trading, well, while it's the big candle goes, of course, just placing trailing stops possibly, and maybe after it's finished the movement, I might have, for example, close all my positions waiting for some consolidation. Except, yes, it's very strong move up, you would expect to continue up, but you know, sometimes it can turn around on you. So I would have placed in the pending order. So possibly for me, I wouldn't catch all the way, but here after it moved up, you could have, it looked like a another, like a pennant little pattern. You see that one, for example. So you could place, for example, pending order to sell from that level. It's going like, if you would like go for all of this, for example, yeah, and buy order from that. So you have that little pennant, very nice. So you could have catch another movement, you see, which is another like about 90, good 90, 70 pips up. So that's how it would go if I would be trading it. That's what I would have been looking for. So you see now, if you would have been placing the trailing stops, that's it. You would have come out around here somewhere. It would have get you on the way down, so you would have come out from here. And so that's it. Well, wouldn't go for this because it's Friday, and usually Fridays it's just could be like some corrections and everything else. So nothing is created here for a good correction. So it just went, created something here, not very nice, a bit messy, went a little bit more up again on Friday. So few trades on pound yen, very good trades could have been done. And what is now it's come back into again important area. We already have here two tops, you see. So what could it be? It's possible creation of the third top, and if you look on a bigger chart, you see it does look like a triangle. We have 1, 2, 3 bottoms. We have 1, 2 tops, you know, 3 bottoms. So possible the third top, it could be breaking point, or at the same time it could be creation of the third top. So you'll see what is it going to happen, what is it going to do. Will it create? So if it will create a top, then expect it to go down, right, again to back to that level, looking ahead again, looking far ahead. But if it's very sharp again, so it's quite possible it maybe a little bit it will go up and then have a bit of correction or something. So but obviously it's back inside the channel, But as I'm saying, and if you would use, for example, also FIBA levels, you would see it's quite at one of the FIBA levels, if it's like recovery FIBA levels. So if it's a FIBA, it would be a little bit lower and possibility turning around. So right now, that's it. Just need to see and wait what is it going to create. Will it continue up and create some whatever, some consolidations? But okay, I can remove some levels we don't need, and I can even remove that because it did come out from the uptrend channel. Now it's concentration on this, and also don't need that for now because it's run away too far. So you see how it's clear now, and waiting for what's going to happen next to that. Will it continue its way, or will it create some consolidations? And you see the stop still a little bit higher, so it's quite possible it might a little bit come. At the same time, of course, it can turn around because the tops a little bit, we can draw something like, we see we have right top, right this little top. Well, it's kind of a little bit, it still has a little bit room, so it's quite possible it might go. Then it would look like quite a triangle. Well, anyway, even if it will break it and go to that level, it still would look like a triangle at that point. We see tops, and these up movements were stopped twice. So well, I remove that. Just bear in mind this area. Bear in mind that it could be, because it's a daily one, it could be quite big distances around here. So just bear in mind that little. Well, I probably just leave it just in case, so you just like, if you forget, you can have a look and see it. It's here. Just bear in mind if you will be going for smaller trades. Okay, so that's all my views for the coming week. If you like the video, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and I see you next week, and happy trading. Bye everyone.